We can't all wear white. Two news presenters for Australia's 9 News got into a tense wardrobe standoff after one forced the other to cover up. The exchange happened off-air, but was leaked online and is now being dubbed Jacketgate. The now infamous clip stars Amber Sherlock, who was in between segments with a guest and a fellow reporter when she noticed all 3 of them were decked out in similar colors. It looked like they were remaking that one scene in the First Wives Club live on air, or maybe getting ready to join white lady funerals as pallbearers. And that simply cannot be. Annoyed, Sherlock began berating reporter Julie Snook for not wearing a damn jacket like she told her to 2 hours ago, dismissing Julie's excuses that she got busy and forgot. The guest tried to diffuse the situation by suggesting she'd cover up with a jacket instead. But nope, sorry, is your name Julie? Eventually, someone did manage to find a black jacket to put on Snook. The trio was soon all smiles again as the cameras rolled, with hardly any sign of the passive-aggressive drama that had been front and center just moments before. Ah, the magic of television. Want more drama? Here's 5 more news anchor controversies.
How do you like your news, raw or well-censored? Liz Wall is making headline news after her on-air resignation from RT.
And indeed, as a reporter on this network, I face many ethical and moral challenges. And that is why, personally, I cannot be part of a network funded by the Russian government that whitewashes the actions of Putin.
Live on air, Liz then quits her job in protest.
I'm proud to be an American and believe in disseminating the truth. And that is why, after this newscast, I'm resigning.
Maybe she didn't want to go down like Phil Donahue or Peter Arnett, both fired from NBC for expressing opinions about the U.S. military. Wall's co-host Abby Martin also spoke out against Russia's military involvement in Ukraine, and here's the result.
Now, RT management has offered to send me to report from the ground in Crimea, in which I respectfully declined. Don't worry, I haven't lost my job. Now let's get on with the show.
RT released this statement wishing Wall luck and noting her unprofessionalism.
ESPN reporter unleashes her ugly side after car towed. ESPN reporter Britt McHenry's temper tantrum last week at a Virginia towing company exposed the rarely seen ugly side of prima donna TV reporters. McHenry wasn't too happy when her car was towed while she was enjoying some Chinese food at Hunan restaurant in Arlington, Virginia. As she tried to retrieve her vehicle, McHenry unleashed an ugly rant on an employee of the towing company responsible for towing her car. After McHenry angrily threatened to sue the towing company, the advanced towing employee warned her about the office's security camera.
Hey, sweetheart, I will sue this place. Okay, that's fine, and I'll play your video, so careful. I'll play the video.
McHenry looked up and noticed the camera all right, but that didn't stop her from continuing her verbal barrage. After a hailstorm of mean remarks, including how she wouldn't work at such a scumbag place, McHenry included one particularly cutting remark and said, "Maybe if I was missing some teeth, they would hire me, huh?" McHenry's ugly side really shone through as she made digs at the employee's educational background, job, and look.
That's why I have a degree. I've been working some other place like this. It makes my skin crawl even being here. Let's get you out of your career. Yep, that's all you care about is just taking people's money. With no education, no skill set. Just want to clarify that. Do you feel good about your job? So I could be a college dropout and do the same thing? Why I could have a brain and you don't? That's right, Maybe if I was missing some teeth, they would hire me, huh?
Touch your fruit cup a little bit.
Oh, like yours? But they look so stunning. Because I'm on television and you're in a trailer, honey. Lose some weight, baby girl.
After video footage of McHenry's meltdown was posted online, ESPN responded by booting her for a week. Now that McHenry is out of work for at least 7 days, along with the possibility of more serious punishment, maybe that job at Advanced Towing is looking pretty good right now.
Blonde conservative news anchor enjoys 15 minutes of fame after Obama rant. A blonde conservative news anchor is soaking up her 15 minutes online after blasting Obama's efforts in the fight against terrorism. And the reason she's gone viral has absolutely nothing to do with her looks. 22-year-old Tommy Lahren, host of One American News Network's On Point with Tommy Lahren, went on a rant blaming Obama for not calling last week's Chattanooga shooting terrorism. Lahren says it wasn't climate change, lack of free college, the income gap, wage inequality, gay marriage, or white racism that killed the 4 Marines, but radical Islam. She's from a family of Marines, as if that makes her opinions less subjective. Then adds, radical Islam is becoming the rule, not the exception. Yesterday's moderate is today's terrorist. And she's dating someone deployed in the Middle East, and told him he was safer there than in the US because we all know San Diego is a hotbed of ISIS activity. At the end of her idiot rant, she suggests that we send in the B-1 bombers. War is always the answer, and in her world, moderates are all terrorists now. So we'd only have to bomb the entire Muslim world. When Lahren isn't doing public access, she enjoys taking pictures with guns and posting onto Google+. Wait, who the hell uses Google+? Now that's un-American.
Don Lemon holding N-word sign offends the internet. So CNN decided to make Don Lemon hold up a Confederate flag on Monday. Then they had him hold up a sign with the word in capital letters and asked the question, does this offend you? CNN has always tried to keep their news simple and superficial enough that you don't need to think to watch. But holding up a sign with a racial slur is a new one. Don Lemon appears to have upset the internet, as well as become an instant meme after he held up the Confederate rag and the N-word sign. CNN, however, may be onto something here. Think about all the great discussions and dialogue they could start around the nation with some signs and a few good old American slurs. The United States is in great need of some open, honest dialogue on race and racism. And CNN is just the news channel to bring it to us. But here's a good question. Was anyone else offended that CNN used white letters to write the N-word?
NBC internal investigation finds at least 11 Brian Williams embellishments. It's time to say bye-bye to the Walking Dead man, Brian Williams. The former anchor and managing editor of NBC's Nightly News was suspended in February for misremembering details of his Iraq War coverage. And now, there's more. The Willie style also got fibby with it in his recollection of a 2006 report from Israel, where he spotted rockets being fired from 6 miles away. In an interview 1 year later, he said the rockets were passing just underneath the helicopter he was riding in. Recalling his 2011 report from Cairo's Tahrir Square to Jon Stewart, Williams said he actually made eye contact with the man on the lead horse. Really? The report shows the Peabody Award winner on her rooftop balcony, far away from the action. Even Williams' stories from childhood are coming into question. Did he save 1 puppy or 2? Did he really get mugged at gunpoint while selling Christmas trees? NBC would be crazy to put Williams back on air. It's time they cut ties and move on.